Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Random Conversations. I know you missed us last week, but I had to take a mental break. A lot of things were happening in my life, so I had to take a mental break. So how are you?
Sure, I'm good, man. I'm just happy to be back. You know, it's been a long week, and lots to talk about.
Just like how you take mental health days at work, you take mental health days from your podcast.
That's crazy. She almost got replaced.
Replaced? By who? By who?
I don't know. I'm about to pick up some random crackhead on the street.
Oh yeah, you was gonna talk to a crackhead?
I'm like, you want to make a quick
Y'all
$5?
gonna have some engaging conversations. I tell you that. They're gonna tell you your whole life story. Well, they're gonna tell you their whole life story. So, women in the work field, right? You know, when you have a boss, you're going to do everything that boss is going to tell you to do. Like if they tell you, oh, I need this report by 3 p.m., you're going to make sure you get it done by 3 p.m., whether it's a male or a female. So you had shared this video with me about this man saying that how come women could conform to their bosses, especially male bosses, and not their spouse? So I want you to go first with your opinion, and then I'll follow after.
Yeah, I mean, after watching the video, the question kind of like really struck a chord with me, because when you start thinking about it, you're like, you know, tell your woman how you with your woman for a while, a couple of years, she going out with her girls, and she put on what she want to put on, and she feeling sexy, she feeling good, but you know, sometimes you feel like she forgetting that she got a man at home and that she need to respect him. So she wearing some see-through stuff or whatever. And you tell her like, yo, you know, maybe you don't want to wear that. You know, I feel a way about that. Then they get their back up and they get all upset talking about you trying to control them and everything. But then you go to work and it's a business casual environment.
Can I ask you something real quick? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So if you were to see this woman outside with the same type of outfit that you don't want her going out with, would you still talk to her if you didn't know her?
I would talk to her, but...
Would you, like, want to court her, though?
I don't know. I would want to talk to her.
You would have different intentions?
I probably have sex on the mind, but am I gonna take her seriously? I don't know. You know
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry, I was just wondering.
Right, but what I'm saying is, you know, but you'll accept a boss telling you can't wear sneakers to work. You know what I'm saying? You're just gonna take that. You're gonna be like, all right. Yeah, and then you go in your locker, pull out your freaking work shoes, put your sneakers back inside, and then you keep it moving. No issue.
But do you see where the difference is?
I don't. You know, I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, "Oh, the difference is that the boss is paying me and you're not." But I'm giving you more. I'm giving you much more than what the boss could ever provide you. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, because say if like the relationship doesn't work out, I have my job to fall back on.
Mm-hmm. What if the job don't work out?
Well, that's that.
What if you get laid off?
But at least I know I'm trying my best to keep the job.
And you should be trying your best to keep your man, and vice versa.
But the thing is, say if you decide, well, say if I'm in a relationship and I decide, all right, maybe this isn't working out. At least I could hold my own and have my own money, so I could survive. That you get what I'm saying?
But your argument falls flat on its face, because it's like, you just came from a job not too long ago where they just laid a bunch of people off. Yeah, they gave you some severance
like 2
pay.
years ago.
But my point is, you were at a job, you gave it your all, you did your best, you conformed to their rules, their regulations, and ultimately you were terminated through no fault of your own, right? You were laid off, right?
So let me ask you a question. If you were in a relationship, right, and your girlfriend, I'm gonna use the same analogy that you used on me. Your girlfriend or your wife says, "Oh, I don't like your outfit. Are you changing it?"
I'm like, what don't you like about it?
You're going to put up a fight, right?
No, I would ask.
You're not going to ask your boss that?
I wouldn't. Right?
Exactly the point.
No, but...
You're making the point.
I would never fault a woman for questioning me, right? If I ask you to do something, I don't want to date a yes person. So, you know, if you want to give me a little pushback, explain your side of things, then fine. But if ultimately I decide that, yo, you going outside with a sheer top is going to bring the wrong attention, right? And it's safer for you to go out if you cover up a little bit better. I'm not saying that you can't be sexy, but you don't got to be revealing all this stuff to everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it just makes sense, but I feel like despite women knowing that it makes sense and that I'm giving them sound and that their man is giving them sound advice, they still push back against it because it's their man
But
telling
you
them
just
what to
said
do,
that you
and
don't
they feel
want
like
a
they don't want
yes
to hear
men.
it.
You don't want yes men.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like we're gonna battle. Like we don't battle men on every aspect of our life and every decision that we want to make, or if they feel like it's a better decision for us. We're not battling that. But you really can't battle that at work.
The major issue is that you feel that you could get more from your job than you can from your man at home. And that's the problem because
Money.
Your whole thing is about
It's about
what you
money.
get, right? But my thing is you're getting companionship. You're getting lifelong
unless you
companionship.
retire somebody and say, okay, you don't have to work anymore, that's different.
Right, but you're getting lifelong companionship from me. You're getting someone that's going to take care of you when you're sick, be with you when you're old. You know, when the rest of the world has moved on from us, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be helping you. I'm going to provide a family. I'm going to help you provide a family. We're going to have kids together. We're sharing our whole life together. That's unquantifiable. That you can't put a price on that.
Sometimes
right? I think
if you
that's the problem.
if you want to survive, you need money.
That's the problem with modern women. Y'all completely lost the romanticism when it comes to.
I don't think the romanticism is
relationships.
lost, but you always have to think you have to think like if shit does not work out, your plan B has to be safe and solid.
But you're talking like
not saying that we are looking for the demise of the relationship because that's not what we're looking for. We're just making sure like if things go left, we have something to fall back on.
And I just want you to know that things can go left not only in your relationship but at work as well.
But yeah, but we're trying to keep that afloat.
Right, you should be trying
because it's always in the back of our minds. You should be trying to
keep everything afloat, and that's the problem. You're putting more emphasis on keeping your job than keeping your relationship.
You know,
right? And your relationship, you're getting much more out of it when you look at life, right? The things that a relationship provides, companionship, a safe haven.
Blame it on how today's society is.
If you lose your job, you have
always have to have a fallback plan.
You lose your job, you have your husband. Your husband is going to be there to pick you up and keep you afloat, right? I lose my job, I have my wife. She's going to be there to help and support me until I get back on my feet. Now, you decide that a man's not important. You don't pour as much effort into maintaining a relationship as you do at work. You lose the man. Now you're at work, you feeling good, you making six figures, and then all of a sudden, the company goes under, or the company sells, and then all of a sudden, the company that bought out your company is letting go a whole bunch of ancillary staff
I get where you're
that they
coming
feel is
from.
unnecessary.
I get where you're coming from,
Then
but
what?
you have to understand my aspect of things and how I'm formulating my response.
But what I'm saying,
I'm thinking about all aspects. It's not like women go into relationships to be combative. That's not the point. We don't go into relationships to be combative.
But if the relationship isn't properly placed on a pedestal, it's going to fail because you're going to put things before.
Nobody's saying that they're not putting anything on a pedestal. Women love to put relationships on a pedestal. They love to say my man, my man, my man every freaking minute of the day.
I feel like they like to say my man, my man, my man, my man, my man in front of their friends to say that they got a man. But when you with your man, are you treating him?
The females that I know, they love to say my man, and they respect the shit out of their dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. They do. They might all be single right now.
That's what I'm saying, right? I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it.
I'm cutting that out.
I didn't want to say it. No. I didn't want to say it, but I'm glad you said it, so now I'm going to say it.
Listen, they can't wait to...
My friends, they can't wait.
They can't wait to get their husband.
They all got good jobs, though, right? They all got good jobs.
They do have good jobs.
Yeah, I bet.
They do all have good jobs, and they cannot wait to get their husband.
They got good jobs, and they're lonely. Right?
But they cannot wait to get their husband.
Maybe the mentality has to change.
I was having a conversation with a few of my friends this week. They will conform. If the man wants to do this and he wants to do that, they will conform and do it.
Yeah.
It has to be the right person.
Yeah.
It has to be the right person.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it has to be the right person.
Yeah.
You acting like women are coming in relationships and they're just being combative, and that's not the case.
I was watching this. I didn't say that. I said
they put up a fight for shit that they think, all right, you're out of line. But when it comes to money, like what y'all be saying?
What?
Money comes before anything. Men put money on a pedestal.
You know why?
And don't tell me that they don't.
You know why? Because Chris Rock said it best. And you said it.
So if men could put money on a pedestal, why can't women?
Because Chris Rock said it best. Only women,
Oh,
children,
sorry, stop it,
and dogs get loved unconditionally. A man is
Children
loved.
and dogs?
So women, children, and dogs get unconditional love. Men are loved on the condition that they can provide. You said it yourself in
You have to be that man.
You said it yourself in a previous episode. If a man take you on a first date and pay with a Groupon, you looking at
Why
him
you bring up old
sideways.
stuff?
Nah, because it speaks to the mentality.
You like to use this against me.
Nah, it speaks to the mentality, right?
So what are you saying?
So what I'm saying is, you guys, it's like, I feel like men in society are the romantics, and women are like these, like everything is a calculation now. It's like he has to make a certain amount, project a certain type of aura. It's like, it's so calculated and meticulous the way that you pick your spouse, and you completely overlook good guys who might not be complete yet, right? But you're not looking for complete. You're not looking for somebody who you can grow and who you can grow with. You want the ready-made man.
I never said that.
And I was looking at this podcast the other day.
I never
and
said that.
And this woman said it out of her mouth, was basically saying that, I don't think there's a shortage of good men. She feels that there's more good single men than there is good single women. And I think it's because men are looking for love, women are looking for a partner. You see what I'm saying?
I don't know. I feel like women.
I feel like,
I feel like women are looking for love too.
I don't know.
You just have to be the person that they want.
I mean,
And you cannot fault them for that.
Right.
Men choose women that they want all the time.
You have to analyze what it is that you want. Is it superficial things, or does it go beyond that? Right? I feel like it's more superficial.
Me personally, I
Women.
don't see. I'm not superficial, so it won't be superficial. I'm looking for something that's up here, a connection, a spiritual connection. An intellectual connection. That's what I look for.
He got money in his pocket. If you have, God forbid you come in there with a Groupon. No matter how strong that connection is, you be the finest man on the planet for her. And you the conversation was fantastic. You go to that damn waiter and you pull out that Groupon.
Well, that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. I'm sorry. Like, are you financially stable? Because that's what I'm gonna think about. I don't know why people are not thinking about that, honestly.
I mean, people think about it, but you got to give a man a chance to grow. Not everybody is going to be where you want them to be at the moment in time that you need them.
If they are taking me out on a date and they are paying with a Groupon, I'm going to have second thoughts. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I'm never doing this again. But I'm going to think about it.
You're probably thinking about it through a 30-plus-year-old's eyes, right?
Yeah.
So I guess it's a little bit different, but
even
like,
30-some-year-olds are saying that they won't mind it either.
If my wife, right, had treated me like that, with that kind of like scrutiny, we probably wouldn't even be married, and she would have missed out, because I leveled up a lot from when we first met to now. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you don't know where a man is gonna be in 2 years, in 5 years, in 10 years. A lot. Look at all of your favorite. Look at all your favorite.
Can I finish?
Wait. Look at all your favorite celebrities, right?
I don't have favorite celebrities.
Okay, you don't like Kendrick Lamar?
Oh.
Yeah. All right, cool. He was broke once upon a time too, right?
I wouldn't.
Nah. If you
said rappers, it would have been different.
I said celebrity. He's a celebrity.
But I'm not thinking Kendrick Lamar when you say celebrity.
Yeah, you said, I ain't got no favorite celebrities. Kendrick,
but
you heard that.
He is a celebrity, but I don't think of Kendrick Lamar when you say celebrity. If you say rapper, okay, I would think that.
He's a celebrity.
He is a celebrity, but do you understand what I'm saying?
No, he's a celebrity.
Do you understand? When you say celebrity, I'm thinking like actor.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, you should think rapper.
Okay, go ahead. What's your point?
What I'm saying is, think of your favorite celebrity. Most of them started out broke as a joke, and now they're this big megastar, right? So you can't always look at things and take it at face value, especially when you're dealing with people, because people grow, people change.
I get what you're saying, and I'm not gonna base judge. I'm not gonna be judgmental if somebody did that. Not like overly judgmental is what I mean. I'll be a little bit judgy, but I'm not gonna be overly judgy. Is what I'm trying to say. I would go on a second date, but I would have questions in the back of my mind, like, why is he using a Groupon? Like, is everything okay? Do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but I just don't agree with the.
I just never heard of anybody using a Groupon on a first date.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it. I've never heard of it.
It happens. And
So,
I don't think it's a rarity either.
but back to the question at hand.
Yeah.
I do get where you're coming from, where you say, okay, if you're treating your boss that way, do you
Yeah.
feel that
It's crazy. Yeah.
I'm inferior to your boss?
Right,
Me
yeah.
personally, I don't think you're like, if I was in a relationship with somebody, I wouldn't say my spouse is inferior to my boss, but I do have to put in the back of my mind, like if things don't work out, I have to have money. And I do get where you're coming from in regards to like, oh, things could go left at your job. They could file bankruptcy. They could lay off a whole bunch of people. Then what are you going to do? I get that. But I always have to put money in the back of my mind. Like if things don't work out, because I'm a pessimist and I need to change that about me. Like I'm a pessimist. If things don't work out, I have to have a plan B.
And my thing is, I hear
And
what you're
money,
saying.
making money, continuously making money, so I don't have to be like, okay, I have to stay with him because I don't have nowhere to go. I have no job. At least I have a job and I could venture out and pick up the pieces by myself. That's where I'm coming from.
My thing is,
I hate
feel
to
like
be
you
that
took
way,
it-
but
I feel like you took it
that's how it
in
is.
another lane, because I was saying, why is a woman more
But when
comfortable
you do-
conforming
when
to a
you-
job than their man? Not that they should they shouldn't try to keep their job and maintain some sort of self, but it's like, if a man asks you to do something, how come he gets more pushback than if your boss tell you to
I
do
don't
something?
know. I don't know. It depends on the type of woman.
I think money is important.
Because if the woman keeps pushing back to everything that her spouse is saying, then that's not the woman for you.
Well, I think money, love, and companionship are equally important, right?
That's not the woman for you.
And you just have to look at it this way. A lot of the richest people on the planet are miserable. Money is not necessarily an indicator of happiness, right? And if you think like that, you'll continuously chase money and you'll be miserable, right? I think human beings are social creatures and we crave companionship. And in order for us to be whole, we need to find our counterpart in another, right? And I think it's important that we respect each other in relationships. And if you're gonna respect your boss, you're gonna give them that kind of reverence. If you ain't gonna, go crazy, give them lip and all that stuff, I don't see why you feel so comfortable.
Some people give their bosses lip and never get fired. They bosses like that.
I mean, but I don't see why you would feel why you feel so comfortable, giving lip to your man, but you would just
See, I don't like that stereotype.
bend over and take it at work. That's
I
crazy.
don't like that stereotype that all women, all they do is give lip to their man. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right, because not all women do that. You could have like a healthy disagreement. And I maybe certain men don't feel like it's healthy disagreement because they think that, oh, it's my way or no way. But you could have a healthy disagreement without it being labeled as them being combative and giving men lip. I
don't know. I feel like if the job,
because if that's the case, like I said earlier, then that person is not for you. That woman is not for you, because everything you say, she has a she has a counter. Like, no.
My thing is, if
Like, do you all agree on anything?
if the job give you a uniform policy, and you follow it, and then you want to go out with your girls and you want half your ass cheeks hanging out, and your man say, "Yo, cover that up." I think
Is there a lot of
that's-
relationships where women do that?
There's a lot of relationships where women go out there and they dress, they think they being sexy, and they feel being sexy is being powerful, and they feel like
You could dress sexy without your ass cheeks out, though.
Well, we use the same apps. You know what I'm saying? We use the same apps. We seeing what we see, right? What I'm saying is,
But what if she's going out with you?
even if she's going out with me, like, why are you bringing that attention upon us? I mean,
Certain men like that, though.
If she's with me, I'll tolerate it more so than if she's out with her friends, because at least you're with me, I can protect you, right? You know what I'm saying? You dressing like that, and Dave Chappelle said it best, because it's like, oh, just because I'm dressed like this, I'm not dressed. Women say, I'm not dressing for no man. I'm not dressing for attention. I'm not a whore, nothing like that, right? And he's like, I get what you're saying, but that shit is confusing, because that's like, Dave Chappelle, the comedian, walking around in a police uniform, and then some shit goes down, and a man runs up on him. He's like, "Help me, help
He's
me!"
like, I'm not a
He's
cop.
like,
I'm
just
not a
because I'm
cop.
dressed this way
Doesn't mean I'm a cop.
right? So it's like he's like, "You're not a whore, but you're wearing a whore's uniform." Right. So
It depends on the attire
you
though,
have
because
you have to pay attention to what you're wearing, and the type of attention that you're gonna attract.
I don't know.
Right.
Because you could be sexy without your ass cheeks
You definitely
out.
can.
You could be sexy without like
You can
your
be sexy
titties
in
hanging
sweats,
out.
but you know,
You could be sexy in sweats, but there's certain like let's be real. There's certain outfits where women can look sexy without showing way too much. Like she could wear a nice little skirt with a nice little cute top, some skin showing, but it's not overly exposed. If she were to step out like that, would you still have a problem?
no. I'm like,
Okay.
if it's sexy.
I'm thinking about women in my, well, you know, there's some girls in my age range that don't. Anyway, let's go to our next topic.
She like, I don't need you to know my age range. Thank you for being. A
You know, I was watching this clip. Monica was on Michelle Obama's podcast. It's like totally left field because you mentioned that. It just popped up in my head. And she said that there's this girl who was 29. She was turning 30 in like a couple weeks. And she would just be crying, crying, crying. Monica was like, do you know what the alternative is if you're not aging? Do you know what that is?
death.
That's exactly what she said. She was like, when people ask me my age, I'm quick to tell them I'm 45. She said in a couple months, she said in when September hit, she's going to be telling them I'm 46 because I think she said her birthday's in like November. So 2 months before her actual birthday, she's going to start telling them her new age. So she's like, so y'all people need to quit crying that y'all getting older because the alternative is death. And I kind of agree because I'm one of those who like, I don't want to. Anytime my birthday comes, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, you start complaining that
I start-
January.
No, I start complaining in like
In January.
July. That's when I start complaining. But after seeing that, I'm like, you know, she's right. And if you look at these 20-some-year-olds, they look just like us. You can't tell the 20-year-old from the 30-year-old anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
You really can't.
Well, millennials are aging gracefully.
We are.
And I think that's what
they said. It's all that plastic we used to eat, and all the candy, all that junk we used to eat, the Lunchables. That's what's keeping us, all them preservatives.
It's
The
preserving us.
preservatives is preserving us. But a lot of young people are getting cancer young, so I don't know what's
Exactly.
true. I don't know what's true from what's not
We're
true.
just gonna be good looking in our caskets. This is the
All
way,
right.
the way we going.
We don't want to talk about that. It's too morbid. In the year 2026, when you get in a relationship and your spouse does something egregious and you're getting caught up in it, so it's probably like a Bonnie and Clyde situation, would you go to jail for your spouse? Or would you snitch and be like, you know what, he did XYZ, she did XYZ, I'm not doing no jail time for him or her. They made their decision, they're going to have to lay in it. I wouldn't go to jail for my spouse. I'm sorry. I wouldn't even I would try my best to persuade you not to do the stupidity that you finna do. But if you still do it anyway, that's your problem. I'm not going to jail for you.
She said,
So,
I'm gonna try to persuade
I'm
you.
gonna try to tell you no, this is not a good idea. I don't think you should do this. There has to be other alternatives, blah, 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 blah. But if you decide to do some dumb shit and end up getting caught up and catch me up in it too, no, I'm sorry.
Well, here's the scenario.
Because guess
say-
what? They go to jail, they start new relationships, they have new pen pals and all that crap, and then they forget about you.
Here's the scenario.
Talking about
Say your spouse
you're
is
not
is
right
gonna,
or die.
Say your spouse, you not. But say your spouse is facing like 5 years in prison for some crime they did, but they can get off if you decide to do a month in prison for them.
Oh, what they did?
Wait, all right,
It depends on what they did.
so where do you draw the line at?
I'm not robbing a bank. I'm not. If you're doing the scam stuff, I don't think significant others get caught up in scams unless they do it with them.
No, it's not. You. Dang, you went mad deep. I said, it's you ain't had nothing to do with it, right? It's this your spouse messed up. Now he facing 5 years in jail. But he can get off if you decide to do a month in jail for him. Would you do that month?
Messed up in what terms, though?
Like he
Messed up, like what type of crime?
Like, well, I asked you, so say scamming.
I think I could do it. I don't know. Have you ever seen them jail shows?
I'm asking you, yes or no?
I don't know. Have you, like, those jail shows? Like,
You seen Orange is the New Black?
no, 60 Days In. There's
never
a
seen
show
that.
called 60 Days In where people did, like, experiments in jail. You have to be in jail for, like, 3 months. And let me tell you, if you're not built for it, you're not surviving. You're not surviving in those jails.
So you're not built for it.
I'm not built for jail. And I'll tell you straight up, I'm not built for jail. And I'm not going to jail if I don't have to.
So it's a no then. It's a no for you.
It depends on the type of jail, too.
It's
Like,
jail.
if-
Like you
if-
going to Rikers or something.
Where Ghislaine Maxwell is,
Nah.
You know where she is?
Not Club Fed. Anybody can do that.
in the luxury jails.
So it ain't scamming.
I could do a luxury
So
jail.
it ain't scamming. So say it's like grand larceny or something like that.
Grand larceny.
Like he stole stuff.
I don't know. They kill people in jail. They scam.
That they do.
Not scam. They stab people in jail.
Yeah.
They pick on the people that they know they're not built for the life.
Yo, you giving a million excuses. Like,
Would you go to jail?
I actually, you
Would you go to
and
jail?
now the deflection.
Would you go to jail?
Would you?
Would you go to
I'm
jail?
gonna answer. Would you though?
I already answered.
No. What is it?
I said I don't
would you-
know. Would you go to jail?
Yo, you always on the fence. It's freaking crazy. No, I ain't going to jail for nobody. Like, nah. I'm
All
like,
right, then.
If you do the stupid, if you do
All
the
right,
stupid
that's
shit,
what I said.
Don't drag me down with you. You know what I'm saying? I'll never. I always tell my friends, I'll never be the devil on your shoulder. I'll tell you like, yo, don't do that, bro. Like, don't do it. Don't
I would
do it.
never.
Like, weigh the pros and the cons. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it.
If you get
And if
roped up,
go
that's
ahead-
your business.
Yeah, like I'm not doing that for my wife.
Dang.
I'm not going to prison.
Damn. Damn.
I spent my whole life.
My situation is different. I'm not married.
I said for your spouse, that was the scenario.
But I'm not married.
My God. Yo. All I know is, I spent my whole life trying to avoid prison. You know what I'm saying? My whole life. You know what I'm saying? So,
Listen, I'm not married, so
I'm
I
about
don't
to-
know.
I'll go to prison for my own mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going
Of course, you're gonna have
I ain't
to.
going to prison. Nah, I could run. You ever seen that movie, The Town?
You know, I ain't seen no movie called The Town.
At the end, his boy was like, yo,
I've
because
never-
his boy
I don't
went to
watch
jail.
movies
His boy went to
like
prison. And so at the end of it, they robbed this bank, but they get jammed up. So his boy told him that he was never going back. So what he did, he went out in a blaze of glory. He started shooting at the cops, and they shot him up. So I was like, you ain't got to go to jail. You could go out like that. I'm like, I'm not going to jail. I ain't built for jail. Nah. Ain't nobody telling me when to go to sleep, when to wake up, when to eat, what to do. Friggin', you don't even got a name. You got a number.
Dang.
Can't call nobody. You doing
You
jobs.
can call people in jail.
I mean, yeah, but it's like limited. Like you sharing the phone with a bunch of people, and then you freaking, it's just a bunch of dudes just hanging around. Like,
Dudes, you know what that leads to.
and they say like, it's even what it lead to.
what it leads to.
Yo, that's wild. So
I remember-
you think a bunch of dudes just can't hang out?
No.
That's wild.
Yeah, they can hang out.
Yo,
I remember when my cousin was leaving for Atlanta, and she told me, "Don't
Yeah.
drop the soap." I'm like, what the fuck is she talking about?
it's Atlanta. Atlanta is like,
No. She told me not to drop the soap. She was moving to Atlanta.
Oh.
I was still fairly young. I was still like a teenager, and she's like, "Don't drop the soap." And I'm like, "What does she mean by that?" Me being so naive, but you know what she means. And now they say that in men in jail or people in jail, when you drop the soap, that's it.
I don't know. If I drop the soap, that shit's staying on the ground.
You're not picking it up.
Nah, son, this is a water bath. Straight up.
Like shit.
I'm like, that ain't even my soap. Like,
It depends on how you bend down, though.
nah. you bend down, your face is already like at the level.
No.
Like, nah,
It depends. It depends. Like if you bend down, like you crouch like this. Like you like that, not like that. You know what I
Nah,
mean?
that soap is gone.
Anyway,
It's like I didn't even have soap. It's like, damn.
too bad, so sad.
They know what they doing in them prisons too. Like, why you ain't giving me like a loofah? Or why you ain't giving me like a wash rag? You just got me with this bar. Like, I had to figure hold on to this shit for dear life. Like,
Remember, you probably didn't watch It Is What It Is when it first was starting out with Cameron and Mace.
yeah, what about it?
So Charles Barkley was saying
Oh
how
yeah, Charles is crazy.
he washes behind with the bar of soap. So they were
That's
like,
crazy.
how
And
do
then
you
take the
do
rag.
that? Yeah, and then listen, they went in on Charles Barkley, but that was hilarious.
Yo, Charles is nuts. He be saying he be oversharing. Charles,
Charles Barkley be talking about them women in San Antonio,
that'd be the
the
funniest shit, though.
churros and all that stuff. He might end up in San Antonio. He might end up in San
For the
Antonio in
finals,
June.
for the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, in June. So I'm gonna segue
Nah, but
into the
he
NBA.
He loves San Antonio. He just loves messing with the women.
Yeah, with the churro. He's like the fat woman with the
Yeah.
churro. I'm like, yo, this guy's crazy. But I'm going to segue into the NBA now. The conversation about having more teams. They're doing expansion teams, one in Seattle and another one in Las Vegas.
Yeah, they talks about it.
Yeah, they're having conversations about it. And in order for that to happen, well, the league is already at 30 teams, right? And if you add those two, it'll be 32. But they're on the western side. They're in the Western Conference because Las Vegas, Seattle is on the western part of America. So that means 2 teams from the West have to go over to the East.
Uh-huh.
And with this conversation being had, how do you feel about them adding more teams to the NBA?
I think it's a good thing for the NBA. I saw T Mac, Vince Carter. They have this podcast, and they were kind of throwing it around about the idea of them making it 32 teams and all of that stuff. And Vince made a very good point that first T Mac said that he doesn't feel that there's enough talent in the NBA to make 32 teams, and I kind of disagreed with that. And then Vince made the point that, maybe with more teams, superstars could spread out more, and then you won't have like 3 superstars to a team and stuff like
They
that.
don't even
anymore.
have 3 superstars to a team right now. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Or even 2. Like you'll be able, because now everything is like we're pairing. It's like now you could probably have like a superstar per team and
They're not going to win anything.
create a little bit more.
You have to be the biggest superstar.
Create more parity, right? But my thing is, I agree with that. I agree that the NBA would be better. I believe that it could lead to the spreading out of superstars and making it more competitive instead of every year. You go into the season, you already think like, okay, like this year, OKC's probably gonna win it again, or it's either OKC
the Spurs.
or Denver, right?
Denver.
Yeah, because Jokic is the best player in the NBA, right?
You forgetting the Spurs?
I'm talking about at the beginning of the season. What was the Spurs record last year?
I don't remember.
Right, exactly. They did they even make the playoffs? Right. So everybody knew Wemby was going to be great at some point, but nobody was really
Denver
checking
even
for the
make it
Spurs to
far?
be. Nobody was really thinking the Spurs was going to be this year. Maybe like the 8th, 7th seed, 6th seed, or something like that. But nobody thought they was going to be contending for the number 1 seed in the entire NBA. Right. And Wemby kind of matured very quickly. Now he's an MVP candidate. If he don't get it this year, he definitely gonna probably get it next year, barring injury, right? Mm-hmm. But my thing is, I think that it'll expanding the NBA will put pressure on organizations to develop players that they draft and to find gems deeper in the draft. And I feel like perfect examples of that is Jalen Brunson and Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown was a lottery pick, yeah, right? But my point is, alongside Tatum, people weren't sure if he was a superstar or not. But spread him out. Let him give him his own team, and you see what he is. He's a superstar in his own right and an MVP candidate, right? Jalen Brunson, everybody thought he was a good player, not a great player, to the point where the Knicks paid him $80 million that the Mavericks were refusing to pay him, and they got him on a cheap. Now look at him. He's one of the top 10 players in the league. He's a superstar in his own right. And the Knicks are his team now, right? Look at Draymond Green. He's another story. A second round pick, developed. Now he's a Hall of Famer, right? I feel like player development is underemphasized in the NBA. They gear too much around like one player, and then they like to relegate players to specific roles. Like you're a 3-and-D guy. You know what I'm saying? With it spread out the way it is, they're probably going to have to put more emphasis on player development and getting more out of the draft. You see in the NFL, you get Hall of Famers in the 3rd, 4th, 5th rounds. The greatest player of all time in the NFL came out of the 6th round. Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, was the last pick in the draft. The NFL has a great farm system.
They also have bigger teams.
They have bigger teams,
53-man roster.
But one could say that works against the players because you have to. At first, it's like 75. It's more than that before the season starts. Then they have to
during training camp.
Then they have to whittle it down
to 53.
So you're fighting tooth and nail just to even make the team, right? So there's a lot more emphasis in player development in the NFL because not only is it good for the team performance-wise, but it's also good for the team fiscally because you don't have to pay that player as much as you would pay a premium superstar, right? You'll get them on a cheap for years. So the NBA needs to try to emulate that model in terms of maturing their players, developing their draft picks, and not just the lottery picks. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you're not a top 10 pick, even if you got picked in the 1st round, nobody really pays attention to you. So, nobody knows your name.
Tracy McGrady and Vince Carter said no.
No, Tracy McGrady said no. Vince Carter said yeah. He said that he feels that it's going to strengthen the league.
You know they're cousins, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
And they played for the Raptors.
Both of them at the same time?
They both got drafted by the Raptors, but then the Raptors had the freaking genius idea to freaking trade away T-Mac, and T-Mac became T-Mac. And
oh, so T-Mac wasn't T-Mac when he was on the Raptors?
Not yet, because he just got drafted. You know what I'm saying?
So Vince is older. Mm-hmm. And he played longer. Mm-hmm. Damn. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, T-Mac's back was all jacked up.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? That's what stopped him from playing a few more years. You know, but I think with more teams, that'll allow for I think you can make a better product overall and allow for teams to really find gems. You know, I think there'll be a lot more superstars, a lot more good players found. Instead of emphasizing on the lottery picks and trying your damnedest to make the number 1 pick great because you picked them at number 1.
I think the expansion of the teams is going to be good for the NBA. More people are going to be excited, like, oh, who's going to Seattle or who's going to play in Vegas. So I think it'd be and I think the locations that they chose to potentially have those expansion teams are good locations. Vegas, you could say, is a hot spot because it's Vegas. Not so much Seattle, but they could use a basketball team again.
But they had a team, and they had a successful team, yeah.
And now they went to the Thunder, right? Yeah. They went to Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll do the Supersonics again?
Yeah, probably.
So who do you think is going to go over to the East because, you know...
Well, you got to look at the teams that are geographically, closer to the East. Like, say,
Minnesota
or New Orleans, right? Yeah. And I think that would be good for Ant Edwards because to be able to play in the East against that competition, he'll shine more than freaking trying to fight it out with them other dogs in the West.
Did you see Cade Cunningham might be out for an extended amount of time?
I heard about it.
Yeah. So I don't know if he's going to be...
That's good for your Knicks.
I was like, okay.
That's good for your Knicks. Because they wasn't going nowhere with the Pistons and standing in their way.
Well, they weren't going to play the Pistons in the first round anyway. But that looks top 3.
I think the Celtics is coming out the East.
For real?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Don't do that to me. Mm-hmm. I think that y'all said that last year and we whooped them.
Yeah, it's fine.
With everybody. Because everybody tends to forget that Jason Tatum went out game, 3 or 4? Yeah. And we won those first 2 with everybody on that roster in Boston.
But there's been a lot of teams that have come back from 0-2, so... Who knows what would have happened if they had Jason Tatum? We're going to find out this year, though. We're going to find out this year. Because if things stay the same, y'all the third seed, right?
We're the 3rd seed, yes.
Okay, good, yeah. So we'll find out.
We're the 3rd seed. Listen, I don't know.
You don't know what?
I don't know.
Don't know what?
I don't know about my Knicks.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. But they could surprise you, you know? Mm-mm. There's always 2 different teams that come out that play in the regular season. You got the regular season team, and then you got the playoff team. Look at Miami. Miami does this shit all the time when they enter the playoffs. They be the 8th seed. And remember that time they were the 8th seed? They went all the way to the finals?
Yeah.
So you never know.
Yeah, because Miami culture, they play hard.
You never know.
They don't have a Jimmy Butler type leader.
But I'm just
that's gonna
saying,
pull them
well,
along.
we
They don't
have our
that
leader
player.
in Jalen Brunson, and I
Yeah.
don't think Jalen Brunson is a pushover.
He's not. The Knicks are a tough team too, but
Yeah.
I just
So
don't
you
feel.
could-
I don't
you
feel
could
like they
say-
have the talent to.
Well,
to,
you like
to get
I
them
said,
over the hump.
you got your regular season team, and then you got your playoff team. They could flip a switch during the playoffs. I remember one year, I think it was the first year Jalen Brunson got there, and we beat Atlanta 04 or 03. Like, we whooped them during the regular season. They came and whooped us in the playoffs and went to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Mm-hmm.
So you could play this type of team during the regular season, but you don't know what type of team they're going to be during the playoffs.
The Celtics are battle tested, and if Jason Tatum is gonna have, he
I
had
think
like
the
20
Knicks
games
are
before
battle
he goes into
tested
the
too,
playoffs.
but we just gonna have to see.
I think the Celtics is gonna get it. Kate Cunningham being out is like now the East is wide open. The Cavaliers might make some noise too.
Yeah,
We
because they
forgetting
got
about
James
We're
Harden.
forgetting about the Cavaliers, but I think because they have James Harden, they're not gonna go nowhere. That man is cursed in the playoffs. He's a choke artist.
Oh, he's
He might
trying.
go
Oh,
to
he's
Vegas.
trying to do
I
his
bet you.
win.
I bet you his ass end up in Vegas. He would love nothing.
He
better.
would love to go to Vegas.
Yeah.
He would love to go to Vegas.
He'd be the mayor of Vegas. They give him the key to the city as soon as he get there.
Yeah. So, our last little fun segment, we're going to talk about our top 3 kids shows, right? Not what these kids are watching right now, what we watched as children, because it's starkly different from what they're watching. So, do you have a top 3 in mind?
Yeah. Power Rangers, number 1.
The one with the green and white ranger? That one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Them other shits is bullshit. Like, it's Mighty Morphin, and then like I think after Zeo, that's it. But Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is it. That's it. Shoot. People might not think of it as a kid's show.
Are you counting from 3 to 1 or 1 down to 3?
Oh, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 1.
Okay.
Like that was my shit. Damn, this is harder. I didn't know he was gonna do this. Let me think.
Nothing.
You always
nothing.
let me freaking go first. Until I ain't got nothing, jerk. Yeah, so it's Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I would do shit. Because I used to watch they might not say it's like a kids show, but wrestling. Because I feel like as an adult,
That is not a kid's show.
as an adult I can't watch that shit. But when I was like in like middle school and shit, every day was like suck it. Like I didn't give a fuck. Like my mom was like go to your room like suck it. Like ah. Like yo, like nah yo, that shit was like so real to me. Like it was like watching like real like beef, like real gang beef. Like it's like yo, and then the WCW versus WWF, where it was like NWO and DX.
I
and
think
shit.
this is before my time.
Yeah, exactly. When you start watching with like John Cena when that shit was whack. Like once I seen, I was like, this is the guy that's supposed to be like the flagship fucking superstar. I'm like, yeah, I'm done with this.
I mean, he did well for himself, no? He's
Because
like The Rock now.
He fit in with that generation, that y'all soft ass generation. Like my guy was Stone Cold. Stone Cold to me is the greatest wrestler.
So you want to switch and do top 3 favorite wrestlers?
Yeah, let's do top
All
3
right,
greatest
just go
wrestlers.
ahead.
Yeah.
So we're going to switch. You just saw like a little whatever in real time. I'm not taking this out.
Yeah, you gonna
so
take
now,
that out.
No, what's the point?
All right, go ahead.
Stop doing that.
Whatever.
So we're going to talk about our top 3 wrestlers now. Since he thinks that wrestling was a kid's show, and then he just started talking about wrestling.
That's what I watched as a
So-
kid. That's the problem with these kids these days. They too damn soft.
Anyway.
Like, that's what I was watching.
What
You know
are
I'm
your
saying?
who are your top 3
Yeah, what
wrestlers?
is-
Go.
Shit, my top 3 wrestlers, probably number 3. Whew. Number 3 would have to be Shawn Michaels.
Ah, boo.
Shawn Michaels.
He should
is
not
that-
be number 3.
Shawn Michaels, arguably the greatest of all time. Well, no, you know what? Take Shawn Michaels off. Number 3 will have to be Ric Flair. I love Ric Flair, yo. That man when you think about aura, when you think about like swagger, Ric Flair had all
He had
of
a
that.
whole rap song named after him.
He
That
had
shit was
all
lit
of
too.
that. Like Ric Flair was like he was the epitome of living life like to the fullest. Like you watch this dude, like his energy was always on 100.
I never liked Ric Flair, but
Ric
I grew
Flair.
to like him.
Ric Flair is hilarious. I like Ric Flair.
Number 3.
The Rock.
Number 2.
I really wasn't like The Rock. Yeah, I put The Rock at 3. Ric Flair at 2.
Oh my God.
Yeah, The Rock at 3 because he was funny. I loved the way he was just like an asshole to everybody, and I loved how he always referred to himself in the third person. And when he would like have you talking and shit, and he would be like, yeah, and what happened? What else happened? Like, it doesn't matter. Like that shit used to crack me up. And I used to do that shit to everybody. Like I remember I told my mom, I was talking to her in the kitchen and I was asking her stuff and I was like, yeah, what you cooking today, Mom? She's like, yeah, I'm thinking about it. It doesn't matter what you
You
cooking.
used to do that to your mom?
I used to do that to everybody.
Oh my
Like I
gosh.
was that kid. And number 1 is Stone Cold. Stone Cold was the greatest. Like I felt like he was like the toughest dude in life. Like I thought, because when I started watching it, I thought that shit was real. Couldn't nobody tell me that shit was not real. I was like, this dude is busted wide open, and you know, like
They said that was fake blood.
it wasn't fake blood. They was cutting themselves with razor blades on their freaking.
Somebody told me it was ketchup.
Ketchup. And you, man,
I was young.
No, but you see it gushing. Like one of Stone Cold's most iconic moments was when Bret Hart put him in the sharpshooter, and he was busted wide open, and he was like trying to get out of it, and you just seen the blood just like leaking down his
his
face,
face?
just like just pouring down his face. And he lost that match,
So
but that's what made him famous.
when wrestlers used to get taken out on stretchers and put in the ambulance, was that fake or was that real?
That's fake.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes it might be real. Like
And
like
they
you
act
see,
all
like,
somber.
like they get really hurt. Like
Didn't somebody
Owen
die?
Hart. Owen Hart.
Yeah, it was
When
him.
He was the Blue Blazer, and he came down from the rafters, and he fell, and he hit his head on the ring post and died.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like sometimes they get really hurt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
Like Cactus Jack.
Well, I don't, but I heard of it.
Cactus Jack, Mankind. Like he.
Oh,
was
the
doing
alter egos?
Yeah, he was. Yo.
Did he have 3?
Yeah, Dude Love, Cactus
It was
Jack,
Dude Love?
and Mankind.
I thought it was Mick Foley, Cactus Jack.
Mick Foley is just like
Mankind.
So he has like 4, because Mick Foley is like he is the real person.
Yeah.
And then he has like the 3 other.
I think
alter egos.
everybody had a wrestling phase in their life.
Yeah.
Where they would just watch it
I
for
can
like
still watch that
years. For like years. And
Yeah.
then suddenly just like, all right, this is enough.
Like, you
Because
see-
I had my phase.
So you see on Netflix.
Can
now.
Can I tell my top 3 now?
So who's your top 3?
Yeah, because you just keep going on and
Let
on.
me hear this whack ass top 3. Like
slap you.
watch this shit. John Cena. I'm like, yo. What the
No, John Cena's not in my top 3.
Oh, good. So you might have some.
So
credibility
my
on this one.
third person is Shawn Michaels. I like Shawn Michaels. My second one,
So why you was giving me shit about Shawn Michaels?
because I thought he should be number like 2 on your list, but my
He's up
second
there.
one is Jeff Hardy because that's just my guy. I love Jeff Hardy. And my top wrestler is Triple H.
Triple H.
I love Triple H.
Man. He was funny. He
He's
had some moments,
iconic.
but I would take Booker T over Triple H.
Booker T,
Yo,
get out of here.
Yo, Booker T is.
Get out of here.
Booker T was funny as fuck. You got it, yo.
I don't care.
He had,
Triple H was my guy.
Nah, Triple H was cool. Like
He was my guy.
He was a good villain,
He was a great
and I
villain.
loved him.
And he was funny too.
Yeah, when he was making fun of the corporation and he was dressed like Vince McMahon and he had the wig.
Oh yes, I remember
Yo.
that. I remember that.
And but yo, Booker T had some moments, man. Booker T in WCW he was great, but in WWF
He was better.
they made him like funny. Like he had this beef with Stone Cold, I remember.
And the only reason why I love Shawn Michaels because I think he is a great wrestler.
He's great.
But
He's great.
back in like the DX days, the first set of DX days, because I know they tried to do it again after he was born again and all that stuff. I just thought he was fine.
Yeah, I mean,
All the girls love Shawn Michaels.
what was his name? The Heartbreak
Sexy
Kid
Boy.
in this song. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
a
yeah.
sexy
Yeah,
boy.
he was sexy.
I just liked his finishing move. I thought
What,
that shit
Sweet
was,
Chin music?
Yeah,
Yeah, that
Super
kick.
Kick.
Poof. And sometimes you can hear it when he
Like,
hits you in the face. You
yeah.
can hear it outside. Oh my god.
Yeah, you
But
couldn't,
yeah,
tell, you couldn't tell us that shit wasn't real.
yeah.
Like, but nah.
Your head snapped back, and next thing you know, you on the ground and all that.
But Stone Cold with the middle fingers and shit. And I feel like his gimmick doesn't get old because I'm like
People love Stone Cold.
especially now that you older.
Yeah.
And you go to work and you be having these bosses sometimes and motherfuckers, you just want to freaking just slap the shit out of them. Like, you be able to like,
You
like-
want to put them two beer cans together and just,
exactly, right? And then, like, yo, come on, man.
yeah.
Like, and we were have hospital police escorting me out. I'm over there like, we're like, fuck y'all. You like talking shit like,
Hospital police. I can imagine them too. Oh my God,
you
that'd be
Ryan,
funny.
like, you like, come on, man. I'm like, off me, man. Off me, man.
Not hospital police. That was funny.
Yo,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, wrestling. That's what I say. Like, as a kid, it was Power Rangers, and
Didn't
wrestling.
they have to used to put a disclaimer? Don't they put a disclaimer?
Like, don't do this shit at home.
Yeah.
But I used to do backyard wrestling. We used to have the freaking like the mattress and all that shit. And I got hit with a chair shot one time. I was like, nah, son. Nah,
That's not for me.
Don't hit me no more with that. Because you got to hit the person just right. The way they do it in wrestling, they practice it.
Yeah.
So you hitting like the square part of it. When he hit me with that joint, I caught like a little bit of the edge.
Ooh.
And that shit is hard. Like the middle, you could take that middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he caught me good. I was like, yeah, no.
And you know it's fake because I noticed when they punch, they jump.
Yeah.
Like they stomp when they punch to make it sound like they really doing something.
You ever see when they stomping people out?
They
like,
stomp.
like-
They jump.
No, but yeah, they jump.
They jump.
Like,
yeah. I'm like, this shit is. That's why I'm like, yo, I can't watch this no more.
And The Rock, well, but now that like, so Netflix has they partner with WWE, right?
Oh.
So now they have like this thing called like the Vault. So now they have like you watch all the Royal Rumbles, the whole pay-per-view. You watch the whole pay-per-view. So I was watching that with my kids, and yo, they was eating that shit up. And I don't have them watching like anything. They watch from 1995 to like 2001, 2002.
Because that's the sweet
Like
spot.
that's where
Yeah.
I'm like you watch anything after that, like I
That's
don't
the
want
sweet
to
spot.
watch it, right? But like I have them watching like Stone Cold and stuff. My son loves The Rock. Like I don't know, he just took to The Rock like right away.
Everybody takes The Rock.
Even before
I
he
like The
was,
Rock,
like-
but he's just not my top 3. He's in my top 5, but not my top 3.
Nah, The Rock is funny as hell, man.
Because when I started watching, he was already who he is.
Yeah,
He was
see, you
already
didn't
Scorpion
watch him.
King. He was
Yeah.
already a movie star, so I didn't really get to experience that. Like he'll come and he'll do like a little cameo and then
Nah, it's
leave.
not, yeah.
But I didn't get to experience it on a weekly basis.
Yeah,
so.
see, and that's what you missed because
Well, I was
early
young.
Rock, when he was like with the Nation of Domination and
Yeah.
stuff, because it was funny because he like part of a group, right? Because before he was with the Nation, he was like Rocky Maivia, and he was just like any other wrestler.
Yeah.
Right. Nobody cared about him, and then he tells a story like he's like, you know what? They were trying to make him like a star, but it wasn't working. So then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna just like F all this. Y'all don't like me. So he started like effing the crowd and all that stuff. And then he joined the Nation of Domination, which is like, pro-black group.
Yeah.
And Farouk was the leader. But every time they would do like some sort of promo where they all together,
You take over?
he like take over, or he like Farouk would be talking, he'd be like in the background and stuff, like just doing like asshole shit. And then he just brought that to another level, and every week it was just like some silly rhyme he would come up with, some like he was just natural like charisma. He was just funny, like on tap. And his wrestling moves, like he was very smooth. He had a lot of moves and stuff like that. He was very acrobatic for a guy his size and all that.
His dad was a wrestler, no? Mm-hmm. Well, who he was in your top 3?
He
Damn,
He-
you
yeah,
don't even have The Rock in his
You know,
top
the Rock,
3.
the Rock was in my top. The Rock was number 3. Ric Flair was number 2.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And Stone Cold was number 1.
You're right. I
Yeah,
forgot.
Shawn Michaels just missed it. But to
Number 4?
me, Shawn Michaels is probably like if you watch his matches, like he really sells the matches. Like he's a really good performer. And so like I know it's fake, but I kind of watch it now at my age as like a reality show. You know what I'm saying? So I enjoy it more for like the storylines and stuff like that. And the storylines, I can't get into
And
the
the
storylines
comedic
today.
relief.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but if you go on Netflix, you go watch the old Royal Rumbles, and they have another thing called the Elimination Chamber. I don't know if you ever seen those matches. You seen Hell in a Cell?
Yes.
Right. So Elimination Chamber is like it's similar to Hell in a Cell, but they put like 5 superstars or something like that inside of like a glass like chamber, and they let you out periodically, so you have to wait your turn. So everybody's fighting, and another person come out, and everybody's fighting, and another person comes out, everybody's fighting, and then it's like everybody is fighting in the cage, and it's cool. But they starting to give kids
A taste of all of that.
Yeah,
That's nice.
all through the years. Like
That's
you just
good.
pick a year and just
Watch it.
Yeah, so I'm doing that with my kids. I'm like, yo, and Jackson is eating up. My little daughter, she too. She be looking at
Do
like,
they have like?
oh my god. I'm like, yeah.
Do they have old like full episodes of like Monday Night Raw or?
That's what they need to do. They need to go back.
And
But
not
you know
just
how
the
many
pay per
episodes
views
that would
because
be?
you could watch not the cameos, but the little back and forth. Like they
Yeah,
go
like
in the
the
ring and they
actual-
start
yeah.
talking they crap and all that.
They should do all of that and do.
But that's a lot too, because
Yeah,
that
it's a-
show's been around for older than me, I
Yeah.
think.
Well, they've been around in the 80s, yeah.
Yeah, older than me. So that's all we have for you today. So we hope you enjoyed everything that we talked about. My name is Danielle,
And I'm Noel.
and this is Random Conversations. You can
Like, subscribe, comment. You can find us on some of the social media platforms like TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. If you like what we're doing, leave us a comment. Let us know how you feel about the episodes. If you feel like there's some topics that you would like us to discuss, let us know in the comments as well. We appreciate y'all for supporting us. Thank you. And we love y'all.
bye-bye.